Movie notes on A Time to Kill, a 1996 film, 14 May 2024 viewing. A Time to Kill is, this is okay, well let's do, okay, first off, today is Tuesday, 14 May 2024. This is part of my movie watch list for the week, getting started on Tuesday today. I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. And this is, my description I came up with for this viewing is a fiction film about a male lawyer assisting a family in which a daughter 10 years of age is sexually assaulted by multiple assailants and the father kills the assailants. It is a film adaptation of a book of the same name by John Grisham. I did not read the book so far as I'm aware, and the last time I watched this, so I watched this all the way through back when I was living in California, 2015 to 2019 time frame. Yes. So I will, there's, for whatever reason, people get this confused with The Firm, which stars Tom Cruise, so I'll do a little something to help jog that this is not that movie. But first, what am I going to say? Is there a big takeaway? Yes, I'm going to say something that this movie does not do, and I don't know if the book does, but it should be said. I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. I'm a daughter, so it's a little bit different because like it's something Matthew McConaughey or John Grisham couldn't say because they're not a daughter, nor have they been. Good job, Dad. The dad protects his daughter from further sexual assault by killing the assailants. And then guilty or not guilty becomes a matter of intent, right, as to behind the murders kind of thing. But or is it like as in, is it a murder or is it like that kind of thing? So good job, Dad. Something the movie doesn't do. Okay. Assessment/evaluation of my decision to watch this movie based on my recent reading of the autobiography of Matthew McConaughey, published in 2020 and entitled Green Lights. I thought it was good to return to this movie. And this, in knowing per his autobiography, this is what like made him name, image, and likeness recognizable on the streets. That was this movie. So it was, yeah, he gets a lot of face time. It's not a film videography. So some in some more recent movies, they go really close in on the face. This video, I like the filming style of this better in terms of like its face and neck, right, and like part of shoulders, versus like nowadays it's like head, possibly some neck, and a lot of close-up scenes. So I actually like that there's like a little bit more of the person. So in terms of filmography taste, I don't know, that's not quite cinematography, so how it's filmed, I like that more. It's like name, image, and likeness kind of thing, as opposed to like, anyway. So there we go. Name, image, and likeness was enough on point that people were able to identify him in person. Both, I think, stands for Bothell Library. This is a part from the King County Library System. He took this role to communicate. This takeaway is unchanged from before I read the autobiographies. He took this role to communicate he is anti-woman. Like as okay, I missed a word. It's small font, okay. He took this role to communicate he is as anti-woman as they come, and not even rape can make him sympathetic to the female cause. Right, so then the person married to Camilla is really a lookalike or something like that. If he's the anti-female, okay. He will not ever fall in love, that kind of, okay. All right, so I'm going to differentiate this from The Firm for those who confuse it with The Firm. Do people in the movie have storage units? So in The Firm, there's a scene, and I'm I've read the book and I've seen the movie, and at least I think it's called The Firm. It's like a shady operation firm, and then there's all of these documents that he's trying to get out, so they ship him off to like the Cayman Islands or the Bahamas or somewhere in the Caribbean. You know, one of those typical people love the mental space of like swimmers from the Cayman Islands because they're like, oh my gosh, offshore bank accounts. And so this is not to be confused with the firm and storing important documents in the Bahamas / Cayman Islands / Caribbean. And I read that one and watched the movie starred Tom Cruise. I think it was like, in reading it, I remember thinking, I would have called this the case, not the firm, but it's the firm or something like that. And that, do Josh Kerr and I, when moving me in with him, so my boyfriend Josh Kerr, otherwise, do we have storage units? I'm trying to, so in the firm, it was like not quite like a storage unit in a modern day or stereotypical sense. So like if where I'm moving in with Josh Kerr, my boyfriend Josh Kerr, doesn't have enough space, do we have a storage unit where we can put our stuff? And do we have a storage unit anyway, even if there's stuff? There's something we'll find out. All right. Especially if we want the dream house, like, yeah, I don't know, but is that putting too many eggs in one basket, so to speak? Something to find out when moving. From my perspective, he might already have an answer to that. If we have a storage unit, it's about living together, so joint decision making. Okay, and then also Josh Kerr and I making our dream house safe / secure from intruders. So that's right. How does one feel safe? If this girl get sexually assaulted and she was just walking down the road with a bag of groceries. Okay. So, which is always like, yes, right? How do we feel safe in our own home or where we live? So, Josh Kerr, my boyfriend Josh Kerr and I, making our dream house safe / secure from intruders. If we get to tour the house before making an offer, so like it's available and we're able to go and we have time, like, to notify people, like before we make an offer and we get to it or something. Invite our parents to join us, right? Part of safety is, I have found having people who've seen the place that we trust, right? They feel welcome. So then, you know, that helps build a safe community in terms of welcomed, and people have been there. Not just it's welcoming as in ing, but it like has been welcomed, right? People are welcomed into the house and have been in the house, so it's safe in that sense because people have already been there. Not it has an ambiance of welcoming and people haven't ever been there. Okay. Also making it safe from intruders such as animals like coyotes. So including coyotes, such as keeping them out of our chicory / squirrel enclosure. If we make a squirrel enclosure, not chicken wire fence, right? Maybe we get some of the stronger fence they had at like where I went to elementary school, Sunset Elementary School. It's like a thicker wire that somehow we get propped up so that if there's like, we wake up in one morning and there's the coyote, you know, the fence, it doesn't just tear down like chicken wire. Or we want something strong and sturdy. And my dad built the fence for this house, but maybe not wood because the coyotes actually have jumped over the fence into the backyard. So then like maybe have a wire fence, like the crisscross, but strong wire where the chicories and squirrels can go. The crosses are big enough that they can go in and out, but a coyote or a wolf or a puma or a bear, which have been through here, maybe not the wolves, but the coyotes, the bears, and the pumas have, right, in this general area, right? Make it safe for them, and the little hole small enough that they can't get in, or their killing body part can't get in. Yeah, also any moving my family members / friends / soulmates if we get our dream house. Sometimes it's beyond a house, right? It's a safety community. So if Josh Kerr, my boyfriend Josh Kerr and I, whatever stage of our relationship we are or are not at that point in time, if we get our dream house, does anybody move and does my grandma Connie move down and get a house with glass windows that overlooks the water? And then she ages like in a Curious Case of Benjamin Button, which I saw in theaters with my dad. So aging in reverse, only slower and doesn't go as far. She and so she becomes, people like to walk past as she's working in the kitchen and there's the glass windows and they get to see this young old woman. And then does Danette move up to Everett between Sean O'Donnell's and Piroshki and Crepes? There's a number of small houses with really small yards, and she's like, but I don't want to take care of a yard. But the Pekingese get to go outside, run, right, and they get to pee outdoors. And she can just open the door or have a doggy door or something, and there's not a lot to take care of, but maybe Grandma Connie visits, maybe we visit, maybe we help them with their yards. Then do my friends, does Sarah Sjostrom move into Woodway as well in a house not too far from the Woodway Town Hall? And does my friend Amber Heard move into a house in Woodway not too far from the Edmonds border, the border of Woodway with Edmonds? Okay, so that's family members, that's friends. Soulmates, does Léon Marchand, my Léon Marchand, move into a house where I saw a deer and it looked at me one time? And he goes, I am a big cat, like the big cat, Kit Kat. I am double size, and I will protect the deer. So he goes for that place. And my Andre Miyakov and my Noah Lyles go in together and get a house that overlooks a meadow. And then my Dominique Saboslai and my Jacob Ingebrigtsen each get a house, be they alone or with another person on their lease, or not their lease, their mortgage or whatever. Sorry, wrong term, not lease, they want to buy in Woodway, right, off the beaten path. Okay. And then, right, if those people move, right, going and seeing them and them coming and seeing us and building, right, motion. We have been there. We feel safe. So there we go. Those are my movie notes on A Time to Kill, 1996, film 14 May 2024 viewing.